What's up everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. You're watching Shoe DIY, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you 4 cool ways to lace your Converse. So the first lacing style is this alternative bar lacing style, and it's really easy to do. So I'm going to leave that there so you can see what we're aiming towards, and I'm going to be lacing up the left shoe. So the first thing you want to do is bring the lace through that first hole there on the outside of the shoe. Just bring your lace a little way up, keeping it nice and flat as it sits underneath here, and then take it up and out through that top hole on the outside of the shoe. Like that, and you want to leave out, I'm just going to pull that in, you want to leave out about 20 centimetres, so you can just leave that there. I'll put some padding inside the shoe as well to keep it nice and broad. And then we're going to take this front lace here across the front, flattening it out as much as possible, and bring the lace down through the opposite first hole. And when you bring it across, making sure that you're keeping it nice and flat, like that. Make sure it's hugging the shoe, you don't want it at all loose. Then we're going to take this lace across and bring it up through the second hole on the outside. Again, just pull on that lace and then take it across to the second hole on the inside of the shoe. Then bring the diagonal line across and up through the third hole on the outside. Then make a bar by taking the lace across to the third hole on the inside. Then make a diagonal by bringing it across to the fourth hole on the outside, taking it up through the hole. Then bring the lace across to make a bar down through the fourth hole. And take the lace to make the diagonal, bringing it up and out through that fifth hole on the outside of the shoe. Then bring the lace across and down through that fifth hole on the inside. And then we're going to bring that lace that we had in here, bringing it out. So just pull it out of the hole like that and just leave it sitting at the top. And then we're going to take the lace again, bring it diagonally up and out through that last hole and across the top. And then you've got all your lacing finished, and you've got these 2 bits of lace at the top, and they're going to go behind the tongue. So just slide them down either side of the tongue like that. And there you've got your alternative bar lacing style. In this lacing style, we're going to be making bars as we make our way up the shoe and catching every 2 bars as we go. So let's get started. I'll leave that one there so we can see what we're aiming towards, and I'm going to be lacing the left shoe. So we're going to start by taking the lace down through that first hole on the outside of the shoe. Just draw it up into the shoe, and we're going to take it out through the top hole on the outside of the shoe. You only need to leave about 10 or 12 centimetres at the top, and then we're going to take the lace across the front. We're going to take the lace across the front and down through the opposite first hole. Put your lace in so it sits nice and snug along the front, and then we're going to bring the lace up through that second hole on the inside of the shoe. Try and keep your lace even underneath here, nice and flat. And then it makes sure that it comes out nice and flat from the hole. Then we're going to go across the shoe to the second hole on the outside, keeping that bar nice and flat. So pull them in a little bit, make sure they're nice and snug and that they're hugging the shoe. And then you're going to take your lace and you're going to go over the 2 bars and under. So we're going to take the lace over and under the first and the second bar, like that. Now this time, once you kind of caught the 2 bars with this bit of lace. Don't pull it too tight. Then we're going to take the lace up and out through that 3rd hole on the outside of the shoe. Then bring the lace across to the 3rd hole on the inside. Then take your lace and go over these 2 bars and down again. So take it over and under both bars, straightening out your lace as you go like that. And again, just don't pull it too tight. Then bring it up through the 4th hole on the inside. Then bring it across to make another bar. Then take your lace down and underneath these 2. So across the top and underneath. Then bring your lace up through the next hole on the outside of the shoe. Then bring your lace across to make a bar. Then take your lace across and under these 2 bars. Then take your lace up through that last hole on the inside. I'm now going to take this lace out of here. You could make it into a bow at this stage, or you can continue the pattern. So I'm going to take that one out of there and I'm going to bring this one across. So take your lace from the inside to the outside top hole, and then again you're going to come over these 2 laces. So bring it over and underneath like that, and then your 2 pieces of lace there, you would need to tie those together. So they go behind the tongue like that, and there you've got your 2nd lacing style. This lacing style is called the diamond lace, and you can see that we crisscross our way up the shoe. So we're going to leave that there. Let's lace the left hand shoe, and we're going to start first of all by bringing the lace down through that 1st hole on the outside of the shoe. Just pull your lace inside the shoe and take it across and up and out the opposite 1st hole. And then to make sure our laces are the same length on both sides, we're going to bring the ends of the laces together and pull up, and keep pulling up until you feel like both sides are as taut as each other, like that. So we're going to take the outside lace, we're going to bring it across the shoe to the inside. We're going to miss a hole and go down the 3rd hole on the inside of the shoe. Just making sure that your laces are nice and flat, and when you bring it across, just pull on it so it really hugs the shoe. You don't want it to be loose at all. And then we're going to take the inside lace, bring that across, miss out the 2nd hole on the outside and go down the 3rd hole on the outside of the shoe. Like that. And keep that lace in your hand, and you're going to bring it up through that 2nd hole. So even as you take it down through the underside here, just try and keep it as flat as possible, so that when the lace comes up through the hole, you can get that nice flat look. Then take the inside lace back on itself and up through that 2nd hole on the inside of the shoe. And just make sure that you're tightening those laces so it's nice and snug. Then we're going to take the outside lace, bring it across the shoe and down through that 4th hole on the inside. Then take the inside lace, bring it across to the 4th hole on the outside. And keep that lace in your hand, and you're going to bring it up through the 3rd hole on the outside of the shoe. Again, pull on your laces and keep them nice and taut. Then take the inside lace, bring it up through the 3rd hole on the inside. Pull that nice and taut. Then we're going to take that outside lace, we're going to bring it across to the 5th hole on the inside. Then the inside lace comes across and down through the 5th hole on the outside of the shoe. Just going to push my padding down a little bit inside the shoe. Then we're going to take that outside lace and we're going to come up through that 4th hole on the outside. Then we're going to take the inside lace and come up through the 4th hole on the inside. Again, just pull on those laces. And then we're going to take the outside lace and we're going to bring it across the shoe to that last hole on the inside. And then the inside lace comes across to that last hole on the outside of the shoe. And then the ends of the laces, you could either tie them in a bow, or you can take it behind, and when it's on your foot you can tie them behind the tongue, so you get that nice uninterrupted diamond lace style. So there you have your diamond laced Converse as your next lacing style. In this lacing style, it's a little bit like a chain pattern where you catch each link as you work your way up the shoe. So I'll leave that there, and we're going to be lacing the left shoe. So we're going to start by taking the lace across the front, so take it down through that 1st hole on the outside of the shoe. Bring it across, keeping it as flat as possible, and out through the opposite 1st hole on the inside of the shoe. Draw your lace through and then bring the 2 ends together and pull up. And keep pulling up until you feel like both sides of the lace have got the same tension to get the same length on both sides. And we're going to take the inside lace first, and what we're going to do is we're going to make loops coming up. So keeping the lace as flat as possible, take the lace through the 2nd hole, and you want to make a loop that when you flatten it, it sits roughly in the middle of the shoe. Then take your lace over and bring it up and out through the 3rd hole to make a 2nd loop. Just making sure that you're not twisting the lace at all. Don't worry if these loops get a little bit big, you can adjust them as we lace the shoe. Then take it up out of the next hole on the same side to make another loop. Bring it over and under and out of the next hole to make a 4th loop. Again, making sure all the time that your loops are nice and flat. And then we take it out through that top one to make our last loop, like that. And then if I fold them over, you can see that they all pretty much touch that middle part of the shoe. And then you can leave that lace there at the top. Then we're going to take the outside lace and we're going to bring it up through this 1st loop. So when you bring it up, just make sure that you're keeping this lace nice and flat. Then you're going to grab the loop and you're going to bring it over like that. And if you find that it's gone beyond the middle, just pull on this bit here. And all you need to do is just adjust it like this, pulling on these 2 parts to make sure that you've got these joins in the middle. And then this lace that you've got here, you're going to bring it down through that 2nd hole on the outside of the shoe. And again, just make sure as it comes down through there, it sits nice and flat. So as you go, you just adjust to make sure that you're happy the way it looks. Then you take that lace and you're bringing it up through this next loop. So bring it up through here. Make sure your lace is nice and flat. Draw it across like that and then pull on both sides until you get that join in the middle. And take your lace down through that 3rd hole on the outside of the shoe. And again, just pull both sides until you're happy with where that's sitting in the middle. Then take your lace and you're going to bring it up through the next loop. So push it up through the next loop and just make sure that as you bring this lace across, it comes over to sit flat like that. And then again, just pull on this side. And then we're going to take this lace down through that 4th hole on the outside of the shoe. And if your loop's got a little bit big like this, I'll just put this lace down for a minute. You can always pull it back, work it way back up like that. So we're going to take the lace again up through the next loop. So bring it through that 1 loop like that, keeping your lace nice and flat, and bring it over again. Pull on that one. If you find that you need to adjust it, it's really quite easy. Just pull on your laces. It's all very nice, very gentle kind of style to kind of pull and adjust as you go up. Then the lace comes down through the next hole on the outside. And then you're going to take the lace through this last loop here. So bring it up through the loop. And again, you're going to pull it over like that. And again, just adjust to make sure that these loops are sitting right in the middle. And then this lace comes down through this top part here like that. And then to make sure this is the same, I'm going to take it out and we're going to bring it down through that last hole. So your laces end up here where you could tie them into a bow if you want, or you can put them behind your tongue. So I'm just going to pull up the padding that I've got inside the shoe so you can see where these loops are supposed to be sitting right in the very middle, like this. And I'm going to put the end of the laces behind the tongue. So there you've got your next lacing style. So there you have 4 cool ways to lace your Converse. I hope that was helpful. If it was, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and for future videos, subscribe. Until the next time, thanks for watching.